introduction of drum majors Chloe Burns-Schweingruber, Laurel Mazarek, and Gretchen Mazarek, please welcome to the field the 2023 Gilbert High School Tiger Football Varsity Marching Band. This year's edition of the band numbers 133 members, including 40 seniors and 4 members of this year's homecoming court. The band opens tonight's pregame show with a Bon Jovi hit from 2000. Here's It's My Life. Now we're going to show sportsmanship and goodwill between our two schools. The Gilbert High School Band, led by drum major Laurel Mazarek, will now perform the Hoover High School fight song. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would ask that you would please stand and join us in a moment of silence tonight as we mourn the loss of senior Jacob Leedham. Jacob passed away on Wednesday. Our condolences are with the Leedham family, Jacob's friends, and the many people whose lives Jacob touched. Thank you. standing while Gilbert Troop 157 raises the colors. Please rise and remove your caps for the playing of tonight's national anthem. Tiger fans, please remain on your feet for the Gilbert High School fight song.
Welcome to testing. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yep, perfect. Welcome to Tiger Stadium as your undefeated Gilbert Tigers play host to a winless Des Moines Hoover program. You must go back to 2015 to find the last time the Tigers had started 4-0. The Tigers tonight will try and do something no other Gilbert program has done before them, start the season with 5 straight wins. Gilbert comes into tonight's matchup ranked 3rd in the state in Class 4A. Hoover struggled a bit to start the year. I'd mentioned they have an 0-4 start. They've been outscored by an average of 25 points per game, including a 50-point loss last week to Knoxville. The one common opponent between the two programs was Boone, in which Hoover had lost 27-8 in Week 3 of the season. Under center for the Huskies will be number 8, senior Damian Miller. Miller's a 6-foot, 155-pound quarterback who's completing 51% of his passes this season, with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. However, much like Gilbert, Hoover will prefer to run the ball. They're 75-25 in favor of the run on the offense. And you'll hear us call the name of Neo Francois a lot in this game. He leads the Huskies in rushing and receiving with 5 rushes per game and 12 yards per reception this season. The Tigers this year are a bit heavier in the running game, running the ball 80% of their offensive plays this season. Leading the way for them are captain number 1 Connor Rash, a 6'1", 190-pound junior quarterback, and Mr. Everything, running back, linebacker Will Hawthorne. Hawthorne, also a junior, is averaging 6.3 yards per carry. It has 4 touchdowns on the ground as well as another 3 through the air. He leads the team by a wide margin on the defensive side as well in tackles and tackles for loss. The only thing he doesn't lead the team in is his sacks. Sophomore defensive end Tayshawn Gillen leads the team in second in Class 4A in sacks with 7 already this season, along with 8 tackles for loss. And the ball hawk Gilbert defense has 8 takeaways already this season. Here come your Gilbert Tigers. Joining me in the booth tonight is 8th grade football coach Joel Franzen. Joel, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing well. It's a great night for football. You know, it rained a lot earlier today, but, it seems like the rain has passed and it's beautiful outside.
Yeah, it still goes nice. Not quite a fall temperature yet, but it's still one of those, as I would say as a coach, I can still wear shorts on the sideline. So,
That's perfect, right?
So hopefully we're ready to come out and start on the right kick, right foot, sometimes, you don't always come out right away. We got to be ready to go.
Yeah, and it's one of those games too where you just want to make sure that everybody's engaged, right? You see the record of the other team, and you don't want to look past them, and that's on the coaches and the players to make sure that they're engaged in this game.
I was talking to a few of the coaches before the game, and they said, yeah, we really want to work on getting on, staying on top of the ball, staying on things, and trying to get some other guys some snaps, some things like that. We really want to go out there and we have to take care of the game at first.
Right.
We're going to the field right now, getting ready for the coin toss here.
Gilbert wearing their home red uniforms given to them by the Booster Club a couple games ago, and I'm sorry, Gilbert in their red uniforms, Hoover in their white and yellow uniforms. Captains are taking the field for the coin toss. Looks like number 1, Connor Rash, like I mentioned, a 6'1", 190-pound quarterback. Other captains are Cam Stevens, Bowen Cruz, Will Hawthorne, Charlie Nix, Charlie Schreck, Eli Roski, and Mason Griffin.
Yeah, Gilbert won the toss and we're going to receive. Coach is saying, let's give us the ball and let's go and take care of it. So. I wonder if now I think I'm on. I think Joseph Battle just told me they couldn't hear me, so
okay, perfect.
I think we're now on. All right, now.
Well, hopefully they heard my pregame speech because I don't want to have to say that whole thing again. All right, back for the Tigers is number 22, Wyatt, and then number 11, Nash. Wyatt is averaging 22 yards per return this season, and Nash 24. So if they do get a chance to return it, there's a chance that get a good start field position.
So, I know when I was listening before I could hear you. Now I think maybe I was just turned down. So.
Okay, perfect.
So,
all right. It looks like
someone says no on me.
Oh, that's weird because I can hear you.
I know.
All right. The end over end kickoff goes out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Maybe now. Now we can. All right. Now I got people saying they can hear me now, so I don't know.
That's good. It would be a long game if they had to listen to me the entire time. We need the expert on the mic.
Okay. We got a couple on the broadcast now saying, "Hey, we got both on the mic." Looks like our offense is getting ready here. So,
yeah, Gilbert will take over at the 40. Look like at the 41-yard line.
Okay. Hoover's stepping up in their whites, trying to figure out, let's see what kind of defense they're coming out in here right away for us.
Connor Rash under center. It looks like Will Hawthorne in the backfield.
Looks like we got 5 down linemen for Hoover coming around here.
And they do pitch it to the outside. That's Wyatt, and he is at the 50-yard line, 40. Ooh, nice run there to the outside, Coach.
Yeah, that was, and it was a good lead block out. Cam Stevens had a nice block. Coming out of his receiver spot there, working hard. So,
there was definitely a lane for him to run through.
Yeah, it was good seeing our guys get down the field and being able to set that edge. I think if we can get on the edge here, I think it's going to help us. Looks like it's going to be unusual. We haven't probably seen a 5 front in a while here. Looks like our center's got a nose right on top of him. So.
And this time they do hand it. Oh, they pitch it over to Cam Stevens. Stevens, the left side, makes a man miss. Gets about 6 yards, 5 yards.
Hey, that was a nice little fake inside there. You saw Will Hawthorne look like he was about ready to take the ball.
That's right. Got me.
So,
nice play on first down, though, to get 4 or 5 yards.
And as you say as a coach, you get 4 to 5 yards every play. We're going to keep the sticks moving, and we're going to go. So,
and you can see that they want to use their speed on the outside. The first 2 plays going to the outside.
And that's good, to get some of our guys. I've seen Cam with the ball a couple times now. Him, especially when he hits that edge, it's like to see get his speed out there. So,
looks like we have a timeout for Tyler Shoes.
Yep. So look at on that front line there. I'll look at some of the defensive linemen there. I can see ready to make the tackle in their 5 front here. So. Working on this
time, Rash is back to pass, rolls out to the right, finds Hawthorne with a great catch. He's at the 20, 15, 10, gets a good block, 5, touchdown. Nice play there. Nice block there by number 17 as well.
I like that down there. Miles. Hey, that's good to see Miles Peterson out there.
Yeah.
He got his body in front of where he needed to, and kind of that shadow block out there to help Will take that lane to there. And so Will had to go get that ball, too.
He did.
Connor put a ball up there, but it was one of those that Will sure-handed, got up there and made the catch. So good to see here. Looks like we got Mattson on for the kick.
12 for 12 for extra points this season.
Yeah.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and make that 13 for 13.
Yeah.
So with 10:59 left to go in the first quarter, Gilbert takes a 7-0 lead, and really, Coach, you couldn't ask for a better first drive than that one.
I think Coach is going to say, hey, we had the run game, we got the pass game. Now let's find that next wrinkle. What's our next thing that's going to happen for us here? And I think as I watch there, the edge. The edge is working hard. They got it to the edge, and they're really working hard with that. So,
and really, looking at their defense, it looks like they're almost selling out, thinking, they're going to stop the run up the middle. Stop that dive play that they've been running, and Gilbert's had a lot of success with, so far this season with Hawthorne. But, Gilbert went to the outside and then found Hawthorne in the flat there for a nice 30, 40-yard touchdown. So,
just checking my messages here about – few people are on sound now. They're sounding like we're good to go. So
okay. Well, if you're just tuning in, it's 10:59 left to go in the first quarter, and Gilbert has a 7-0 lead.
Coach Danny Jones just on there texts me, goes, "Hey, I can hear you loud and clear now, Frondon." So like usual. So
that's perfect.
So looks like Hoover's sitting in here. They got a 5-2-2-2 on the kick return. And we got Mattson ready to kick it off deep here. So
Mattson has 4 touchbacks on the year, so he does have quite the leg.
Yeah. Best thing about Mattson, I like seeing his work ethic. I saw him after one game. Game was over. He's still out here doing some extra kicks and coverage. Nice coverage there.
Huskies return it to about the 18-yard line. That's number 10.
Yeah.
Justice Parkey.
Nice coverage there, but number 15. For Gilbert, that's Blake Bell getting down the field.
There we go.
For us. So, it's good to hear some of those other names, some of the young ones. I always look at, some of that sophomores, those juniors, they've really stepped up this year. I've quite a few sophomores that I've seen.
There have, yeah. And Bell played good minutes earlier this year, filling in for Mason Ritland when he was out, too.
We had those different ones. So, Hoover's coming up here in looks like a twin set with a wing and a really deep back. So,
Number 8, Damian Miller's the quarterback. Looks like he does try and hand it off up the middle, and he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Great play there by the Tiger defensive line.
They look like they're trying to run a little trap inside, coming back with the wing right there, and our whole pretty much interior D lineman right in there, Charlie Nix, and, that Griffin, Mason Griffin inside there. So, I've been very impressed, talking to the coaches, looking at our, some of our defense and hearing, Tayshawn and some of them leading with sacks and the tackles for losses they have. So
right.
So
Miller is under center again. 2nd and 10. This time he hands it off to the left side, and he is tackled for a loss immediately right after the handoff. That is
Charlie Nix.
Charlie Nix right through the line. I was talking to Jake Moore on the way on the walk up here, and he was impressed. He was telling me how great the team in the offseason put in all the work to to have the success.
Right, and I look at those guys up there. I've seen them in the weight room. I've seen them moving. A few of those guys, just other things they're doing, and it's good seeing Charlie Nix and a couple of the other ones up there. Bigger guys, but he's being pretty mobile on his feet and moving around. So. Trips look from Hoover, just trying to run
dive it right up the middle again. Yep. Yeah, Nick's following up that sack he had last week and having a good performance already tonight, but that'll bring up 4th and about 17. So Hoover went backwards.
I would say, looking by the people coming on, we're probably looking at a punt here. So it looks like we got Cam Stevens back deep for us, number 2.
And Cam only has 1 return on the year, so should be able to get a good return on this one.
Like when you're sitting on your side of the 50, Oh, we're going. We actually got. I think we got a piece of that. And so
takes a Husky bouncing. Cam does pick it up at the 30-yard line, dives forward.
Yeah, I was one of those that he took that on that little hop, and I'm like, I was like, where are you going with it? So,
when it was there, if he actually would have kept his balance, he could have taken that one to the house. Did you see who got the block?
No, I didn't. It was like the best thing is we have like a whole bunch. They're all going right there. I think with Will and the whole defensive line inside there. So. We'll see if we're going right back to our set here, trying to get quick to the outside here.
That would be their second block punt on the year. They had that big block punt against Boone where they returned, or Mason City where they returned it.
We got motion again.
Does hand it off to Hawthorne off the left-hand side. He just continues to push the line. Yeah. He's still moving. 15, 16, 17, finally taken down after a 20, 21-yard run.
I'm watching him run, but then I'm watching our line stick on the guy. I watched Charlie Schreck take a guy 10 yards down the field. and then Ryan on the interior line, and then Ryan Hawk also just keeps taking that line, and I'm like, that was the push right there. So I think right now.
Looks like, Go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
It looks like we're ready to just, like Coach is saying, hey, we got to control this right now. Let's pound our inside here game going. So
it looks like Rash does hand it off to, looks like maybe that's Pink on the left-hand side. Yep. Tries to spin forward. Maybe gets a yard. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Just not much there. Good pursuit by the Huskies defense on that one.
Right. That one took a little bit more timing. I know as Rash is coming around for our it'd be considered our A-back coming around where he's playing coming around in that motion there. It's a quicker play inside, coming behind Will's probably lead blocking for him on coming out of that B-back position. So
second goal from the 9-yard line.
So
Tigers break the huddle. Rash surveys the defense. And this time he keeps the ball. Option pitches it to the right-hand side, and it is a nice cut back there for a touchdown. Was that Pink again?
That was Pink again. I have liked our offense here recently. We've went to a little more of an option look out of this. I think a new wrinkle thrown in. I noticed that Boone the other last Friday night, and I've noticed now our quarterback to running back ratio pitch-man ratio has been better here for us, and that was a good read by Connor right there. Connor had a guy coming in his face, and nice pitch out to Wyatt. So
yeah, that was a good read because their defensive end did take him out of the play.
So they were really reading that hard. So,
Matson gets the kickoff and puts it through again.
Yeah. Did he hit the upright on that one a little bit too? So good hold also by. I better give Ethan Rash a little bit. He comes out there and does a great job of holding that ball. And I think Bowen Cruz is your long snapper.
Yep.
Working with that. So.
Yeah, Matson's got a leg. I was watching him warm up at halftime in Mason City, and he actually kicked a 50-yarder through the uprights. So, it's a good weapon to have.
Yeah.
Right? 7:24 in the first quarter. Gilbert has a 14-0 lead. And it seems like right now, they're able to do pretty much anything they want, Coach.
I know, and that's what it looks like right now. And I have a feeling also it's going to help, I think, a little bit of getting a few of those extra guys in, a few of those more guys, those experience.
Yep.
I know on talking to them also, the freshmen had a game tonight. There is no JV game on Monday with numbers and stuff, I think, for Hoover. So I think this is one of those times let's try to get a couple other guys some of those stats and working hard with that. So,
yeah, you never know. These reps that they earn today, could pay off not only throughout the rest of the year, but progress them individually through next year as well.
And it's always good, you get that next level of guys, that little bit of experience. Hey, we're in a varsity game. We're in this. We see those things and being able to do those. Any little things like that's always going to help confidence. It's going to help their ability become a better player and a better team. So.
And Matson boots this one. It's taken at about the 6-yard line.
10, was that number 10?
Does make a few guys miss. Gets up to about the 20, 21-yard line. Nice little return there for Hoover.
Yeah, was that number 10, Justice Parkey?
Yes, it was.
Okay, with the return, coming up there. And it's good to see, that was a good, we're still right close to that 20-yard line where you like to keep them. I think Matson's getting a little bit of pop underneath that.
I say the hang time on that.
I think he's got a little more hang time on it. So we're hitting about the 10, just inside the 10. Sometimes those are the better ones to look at. You always say, oh, how about a touchback or that? And so it looks like we got our defensive line here coming, and about some of the same guys, maybe a few subs in.
Miller's under center again, and this time it does. Oh, and on the end around, makes one man miss, gets about 5 yards. Nice little play there.
Yeah, can't quite on the bottom. Looked like number 20. Is that
number 9 with the carry? Zay Taylor.
Mason Ritland with the tackle coming on from his safety spot out there, and I think that Hoover had a little bit of a hole right there. Is coming around. It looked like we collapsed a little bit to our left, and they came around on our defensive right side. We had kind of a outside gap there. It was a good job on our outside backer and our safeties to come over and help. So
this time Miller's out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Drops back to pass. High pass. Does complete it over 2 Tiger defenders. Enough for a first down.
Cut by Justice. Parkey with the catch right there. So it kind of hung up there a little bit. It was like he was trying to put a drop over top of the defense, and it fell right into number 10's wheelhouse there, and was able to make a first down with that. So
nice little play there for the Huskies. Bring up 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
It's always good, let it have a little bit here, see what our coverage is. I think they're coming in different. Hoover's had some different sets here on offense. So
yeah, they've seen a few things. And the handoff to number 2 off the right-hand side.
Oh.
Hit hard for a loss after a 2-3-yard loss there. Was that Cam? Was that number 2?
Yeah.
I need my binoculars, I'll tell you.
My eyes are, fine, and I'm like, I think that was Cam over there, because I don't know if it's Cam. I'm trying to remember. Is Alden Short?
Alden Short's 5, so maybe
Alden
that was
Short's 5. We got those 5s and 2s over there. I think it was on that side over there. It looks like on the far side for us. That was Short, because Stevens is on the near side to us. So
yep.
Or it's Braden Nace.
That could be. Yep, you're right.
Number 4 over there. We got a bunch of these single digits that at times. So.
All right, the pitch to the left-hand side. Just no running room. Tackle for a loss again. Gang tackled there by, looks like Nash and company.
Mason Ritland came up.
Yeah.
And that was we had a little bit of a safety coming up hard on that. He's reading the run, so he's able to come up and make that play. So
good play there by the Tiger defense. Brings up 3rd and 15. Ball back at the 31.
So
they had success with the pass play earlier tonight.
So we'll see what, that's, I think for Hoover right now, as long as they can get a little bit of time, the quarterback seems to have not too bad of an arm that he's finding on a couple of spots for his receivers to get. So here they're coming, the trips. Trips look, tight end, roll out.
Looks like a screen.
Yep.
Number 3 with the carry, that's Treason Phillips. Gets a couple yards back, but not back to the original sticks. To bring up 4th and 12.
That was a good misdirection. Try to play there. They had trips to the far side, and then they come back with that screen play to the back to the weak side there. So
I think before that play, there maybe was a little confusion on the line too, because a couple players were clapping at the other ones, trying to direct them where to go.
Yeah, I think at times I've seen some flip linemen, so they're trying to get them to the right side where they need to work. So here's a little bit now for Hoover in the punt formation.
Looks like Sam Zeze kicks it. Nice spiral kick. Drops at the 45, takes a Hoover roll, gets back down to a 35-yard line.
Yep. He had a little bit of a spin on that. I thought it was going to keep. I thought he had a little bit more bounce. He might get that down to the
7-yard line. Rash is under center, and Tayshawn is behind him. Looks like they do hand it off to him on the left-hand side. He bounces it out for a good 5 more yards.
Right. Looking at things right now, I think when I look at Hoover's defense, they're kind of spreading out a little bit because we've hit the edge. So they're leaving, they're 5, 1 linebacker on the inside. So they're trying to find a way, hey, what's the way we can stop the edge? But then we're going to come back, and I think we're running a little more of our option there, and they did a great job of keeping the fullback, our A back, our B back kept the ball, and Tayshawn, keeping it. Now looks like Will's in at the B back.
Yep. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 48. They do pitch it to Will. It's a little bit low, but he does get it, and he moves forward. We still going at the 45, 30, 30, 25, 20. Bounces out again. Nice. 15, 10, 5. Touch, drives forward.
Let's see. And he got it.
Touchdown. Beautiful dive play there by the junior.
Yeah, that was a nice, about a 48-yard run right there. Yeah, we're on the 48.
You're right. They're making him use the whole field, right? Yeah. I mean, you're going sideline to sideline, but then able to push it up front.
So, with that score right there, the one thing I'm going to keep saying is I like seeing, I'm watching our receivers. I'm watching them down the field. I can't remember who that was right there looking as Will's going down the field. He's sitting there stepping, just getting in the way of the defenders. So, nice hard run by Will Hawthorne.
And the kick is up and good again. So with 1:34 left to go in the first quarter, that makes it 21-0 Gilbert.
It's always good to see Madsen with a nice hard kick again with that one.
Well, the ball boys like chasing it anyway down there.
It's deep enough, or when it bounces over the fence and everything else. So
I guess, Coach, you've been around most of these kids. You coached them when they were in 8th grade. I guess what do you –
Actually, none of these guys I coached – actually, the freshman was my first year in 8th grade. Actually, some of these guys I maybe been around them a little bit in my couple years. I've been anywhere from when I first started here, it was up in the varsity freshman level. Then I got out for a little bit. Then I came back and volunteered a little bit. So some of these I've been around and everything, and had some of them in class and things like that. So great group of kids. So
most certainly. I was going to ask you what do you think attributes to the turnaround from a season ago? Right.
I think part of it comes to I saw some off-season dedication, and I think I've also seen some where there's a few of these kids have put some heart into saying, hey, we were part of that team last year. We don't want to be a part of that team this year, and doing some of those things. And I think just having that little bit of belief, and I think they knew they had some of that there. I'll go after their DCG game, the very first game, I said I could see where sorry, I'm going to get interrupted here.
No,
nice return.
It's at the 24-yard line.
Yeah. But I thought after the DCG game, when we got down, not down in the game, but just kind of up against the wall, we fought back. We were staying in the game. Last season we fought hard in a lot of games, and it was just we were on the other end of some of those finishings that we wanted to be at. So.
And there were a lot of sophomores last year that are juniors this year that got a lot of playing time,
right.
And that certainly, I think, helped.
And I will tell you, there's a lot of current sophomores, I'm sure who Ames dude is on here. Yeah, I probably did teach him math. That's true.
That is true.
So, yes. I just saw the chat here. You taught them math, though. Yeah, I did teach a lot of them math. So,
Hoover calls a timeout coming out of first down, coming out of that kickoff. Must be some confusion there on the sideline.
It's one of those, I've had those before. You get to a point, you're at this, or you sub somebody in, and all of a sudden, oh, crud, we have 10 on the field, we need 11, and who are we missing, and working with that. So, no. But back to these guys, I've been around football. This is my 14th year here at Gilbert. I've been around football about every year, since I've been here and working with that. And we've had those ups and downs. We've had those ebb and flows of where the football is. And I know, new coaches, old coaches, different coaches, different philosophies, but building on things. Our kids usually are always there ready to fight, and fight with things. And so.
Yeah, and I think the captains, right? This year, the captains set a precedent. This is how we're going to do things, right? We're no longer. Like I was talking with Steven, you need to learn how to win, right?
Right.
Winning that first game and breaking the barrier on that, then it kind of snowballs a little bit as well.
Yeah, once you get that understood, and you get, you find that, and they know their season, it's nowhere anywhere. So, okay, a little bit of pass out there to number 10.
That's Justice Parkey again.
I almost had to say, is he their top receiver for them? Is he their top receiver? Almost like at this, they got a lot of throws over to him, trying to find their way here. So
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, he's their kickoff return man,
yeah,
their
he's
punt
their
return, so he's kind of their utility guy.
So
they bring in number 3. Tayshawn Phillips again. But a 10-yard loss on that one, so second and 20, ball on the 10-yard line, 40 seconds and counting left to go in the first quarter.
Okay, Hoover coming out with twins to the right, tight end left. Our linebackers moving around a little bit, trying to come back to the weak side with a hard hit there.
Looked like that was number 9,
yep.
Zay Taylor carrying it, and
I don't know.
It was.
Is that? At times, their numbers on these red from here, I'm having a hard time reading a couple of the numbers, especially because it's a little dark where they're at right now. So
that's true. I think Hoover's just going to let the time run off, so that'll be the end of the first quarter. Tigers up 21-0.
On that last hit, I think it was Will Hawthorne that came up and made that hit, coming on his linebacker position and everything. So
it would make sense. I think I felt it up here, which would probably mean it's a Will hit.
Oh,
speaking of teaching math, I heard that you and Coach Lunt used to kind of teach together and do some antics. Try and scare each other.
Yeah, Coach Lunt and I, when I at this building here at the high school, I've been in a few different rooms in my ventures of teaching math, and one of the times we used to be, if you hear this right now, they're giving an award away. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it on our screen or not, to the Gilbert Citizen of the Year, Trent Becker. So Trent Becker, our new Director of Transportation and everything else for the school. So
does a lot of things for the community and does a lot of things for the school. Just a great individual. Couldn't have asked for a better person to be awarded that this year.
Yeah. Nice job there, Trent. He's a guy who always, I have his son right now in class and football and everything too. So, but back to that, Mr. Lund and I, we used to go back and forth. I'd turn his projector on, he'd turn my projector off, or we'd be playing a Kahoot game, some type of game, and his kids would get on my game, and we'd mess.
Of course.
One of those things. So or we also would
got to make it fun.
Right.
Looks like a dive up the middle, and nothing doing. Looks like they actually lost a yard. So it'll be 4th and 21 now.
I think Hoover's trying to run that dive/trap inside there as they're coming around. I'm thinking they're trying to catch us sliding a little bit and coming off guard, but it didn't quite get where we need to. So I figured out who Ames dude was now on the chat. Says, I miss having you below my classroom, so it must be Mr. Metcalf. So, so I just realized that now. I used to teach below him at the high school, too. So, yes.
Fumbled snap. Does get it off. That's Sam Zeze. Is that a whistle? There's a flag down, but why was the whistle?
Oh, wait a minute. Why are we blowing a whistle just because there's a roughing the kicker?
Unless his knee went down and he was touched. And I don't.
Then it's a safety then.
Right. What's the flag?
If he's down picking up that football, then that's a safety.
That's what Coach Lunt's saying.
Yeah. So.
His
knee went down, though. Because if his knee went down, that's a.
Yep.
No, there would no be penalty because he would be down then. So
let's see what the call here is. Looks like a personal foul running into the kicker. Why would they
personal foul? Like,
why would they stop the play for that? Though?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Then that could be an inverted whistle in the middle of something.
Yeah, with the penalty, that'll be an automatic first down.
Yeah. I'm still not understanding exactly that call there.
This is where we need Citizen of the Year, Trent Becker, and his official knowledge to figure out what's going on there. But the result of that penalty will be 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line for the Hoover Huskies. 11-13 left to go in the second quarter.
So that's one of those interesting, one of those things I would want to look into a little bit to see about that, because I always thought, Matt, I don't matter if it's a roughing or whatever, the play would still keep going. So
Miller with the pass to the left-hand side, and you're right, there's number 10 again, Justice Parquet.
Yeah. So
nice 4 or 5 yard, 6-yard gain. Opens the playbook just a little bit more when you only have 2nd and 4, though, too.
Right. It's good to see everybody on the chat here. We got people on here. All good old, one of our old custodians, Shirley, says needs to go back to playing taking care of business after the game. So I'll have to tell you the story behind that.
Yes, please.
So, yeah,
Handoff up the middle, and the Tigers gang tackle him, but not before a gain of about 1 yard. They'll bring up 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
One of these things, they're really trying to run on the inside of our defensive line, the linebackers right there, but it's, I have a feeling if it's Hoover, if you had something off of that, a counter coming to the outside, you might be able to hit the edge a little bit more. But then I don't know what hopefully our outside linebackers are stepping up and doing what they're supposed to do with that too. So,
yeah, Gilbert's interior defensive line has done a good job of holding them at the line of attack. So we'll see if they try and bounce it outside. It does look like Miller is in the shotgun here, and two running backs offset to his both sides. High snap. He rolls out to his left. Now rolls out to his right. Looks like it's supposed to be a screen play. High pass.
Ooh.
Intended for number 1, Jordy Monzon Ramirez.
Nice job, Bowen Cruz. That was Bowen Cruz coming up there. I think he was thinking if that was a little bit shorter, I might be able to jump that and everything else. And he was looking at the green in front of him. So,
I wonder if that was his first read. I mean, it looks like he tried to bounce it off to the left and then had to cut back up the middle.
Yeah, because as you watch the way he rolled on that, I wasn't watching on the backside. I'm going to look right. No, it's weird because he rolled left, but his receivers are all over here on his right side. So
this time Cam does catch it and tackled immediately about the 35-yard line. Looks like they're giving him forward progress to the 36.
I was watching to see if Cam actually put his hand up. I didn't see any hand and everything else. So
I think he heard us.
Yeah. So this taking care of business was, I don't remember what season it was. The song "Taking Care of Business," and there's a dance that goes with it that I did something at a lock we did early on in the season. And so all of a sudden, after we won a game, we'd go out in the middle of the field and we'd play the song, and the players would do it. And ask Stephen Lawrence about it. He goes, I thought, Coach, that was the cringiest thing we ever did.
There's got to be video of this somewhere.
There probably is
evidence
somewhere along the line of us doing this and everything. So,
some parent had a BlackBerry back in the day. It looks like a pitch to the outside. Gets to the 40, 43-yard line. Nash Hansen with a nice run.
Oh, we got a flag in there. I'm not sure. That's the first time I've really seen Nash out here. What do we look like we got?
It looks like was that a legal shift?
No, that's a personal foul, like
double fist. Okay.
That's almost has to be a helmet to helmet or something. I think it's a helmet to helmet. Yes. Sorry if you hear me talking in the background to the announcers and stuff.
We were all confused up here. We were relying on the expert.
We're trying to figure out. Got the double fist here. Yeah, I would say look at it. That. So
is that I'm guessing that's a spot foul then.
So I think it ends up being. It's a 15-yard penalty. Must have been from the spot, but they're going to replay the first down. Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate. It looks like that was a great run design and great breakout to the outside by Nash Hansen. And we'll bring up first and 20, ball now at the 28-yard line.
Now, watching them, I don't remember Nash playing too much
offense,
here and stuff. That's so, I've been watching to see here. I think Wyatt is one time I saw Wyatt over here by the trainers, but I think Pink's still been around. Yeah, there he is right there. He's still there. So I don't know.
And it looks like Cam Stevens is putting his helmet on, but coming back into the game.
Cam's there too.
It could be a situation where you're up 21-0,
right.
Where you're just trying to get
another. It'd be good.
People reps.
I personally, actually, this is me watching the sidelines right now. I think there's something up with Wyatt right now a little bit. he was down talking to our trainer Kylie a little bit. So, but that's one of those that, hey, now let's see what Cam's in there, Nash playing a little bit. So, good option. Reed.
Looks like they is keeping on the right hand. Does have a late pitch because Cam Stevens gets up to about the 40,
nice
45, fumbles the ball forward, gets out of bounds at the Gilbert 49-yard line.
Right. I want to tell you that
it went out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a good read by Connor again. Connor's doing a really good job on that option. He's about actually ready to get tackled, and he got the nice ball out there and worked to the receiver, Cam Stevens. So.
Yeah, he made the right read. That outside defensive end, had the contain, and came up and took the quarterback, and the pitch was there, and Cam did a great job of bouncing it outside. So now it's 1st and 10 on the Gilbert 46-yard line.
All right, let's see if we can keep moving the ball down here, capitalizing and working.
And the pitch to the left-hand side here.
Nash
again at the 45, 40-yard line, run out of bounds at about the 39.
It's good to see. Let's see what Nash. Nash is probably like, wow, running with the ball here a little bit. So, but again, here's Gilbert getting to the edge. I think they're finding that they have the guys right now that we can seal that inside, get to the edge, and be able to pick up a good 6, 7, more on every play here. So. Still, we're in our regular set. We haven't changed much. We're both split out here. Double wing.
Rash does go back to pass. Looks like a quick pass.
Nice.
Nice little move there. 25, get out of the 20-yard line. That's number 10. That's Eldred.
Yeah. I would, as a receiver, Eldred is one of those guys right now that, he's got those hands. And I was talking to Coach Drzymski about, he's the receivers coach and things. He goes, yeah. It's good, with Ian, I know he can track baseballs down in the outfield, so, he can go out there and catch some balls too. So,
if you can catch a baseball, you can catch a football.
That's right. And so it's one thing to see about Ian, and I've been very impressed with Ian. He's on the track team, works hard with doing those things too. So,
dive play up the middle to the right-hand side, gains forward for about 5 more yards.
Is that Will on the carry? Probably.
Well, I think, was it 15, Bell? Is Bell in there now?
I think, yeah, it was Bell. It was Bell on the carry because now Tayshawn just came back in. So I think we're doing a little bit of, it's good to see Blake Bell also, get to those few there.
Yeah, another one of those sophomores, right?
Right, yeah. I've been that sophomores, a few more of those more and more. So just looks like.
Rash does hand it off to Tayshawn up the left-hand side. Pushes forward. Still going forward. It's about the 4-yard line.
I love seeing our offensive linemen. You see our running back there going hard, and then all of a sudden you get the, I don't remember this being a new rule, that where they could push. You could push and push. So.
Yep.
So.
A little 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
All right.
7:20 left to go in the second quarter. Looks like Rash got the play from the sideline, bringing it to the huddle.
Good to see Miles Peterson getting some wide receiver look out there, too. And looks like, a couple different running backs that we've been using tonight, too.
And the hand, Connor keeps it up the middle, and he is tugged by the jersey. Scores a touchdown. Nice read there again by Connor up the middle. You have the option to go outside, but that one looked like it was a dive up the middle. Just follow the runner.
I think it was that quarterback. You have your lead blocker going up there, and you're able to follow right behind with that. So, and as I'm trying to, there's some numbers out here that I'm not used to seeing out on the field. Like I saw out in one of our backs, Ethan Wilcox was playing one of the backs out of there, the junior. So,
snap is down, kick is up and good again. Yeah, we're gonna test our knowledge of this roster tonight.
Yeah, because it's good to see. I'm like all of a sudden I'm seeing, what number is this? What number is that? And everything going out there. So, it's
nice drive there by the Tigers.
And that one I liked a little bit. We took some time off and we got some yardage. We had some things that every play didn't go where we needed it to be, but we were able to build and build and build. So.
And I mentioned it earlier, just the ability to spread it out wide and use the whole field.
Right.
You're bouncing it to the outside. You do a screen pass. You dive up the middle. You're just getting chunk plays and using the whole field, scoring that touchdown. So with 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter, that puts Gilbert at 28, Hoover 0. And that the field held up. We got some rain today, and it seems to not be bothering any of the players.
Yeah, this turf usually with the rain, it doesn't get too. I mean, if it's right after the rain, it's slippery. But I think, you had one game on this beforehand with the freshmen, and sometimes their feet out there taking care of some of those things. Now, at my practice tonight at the old football field, it was a little wet and everything else a little. We were doing some chops and moving around, and the kids were going, Coach, the grass is getting tore up. I go, yeah, we got to move to another spot. So,
Yeah. There's also nothing like, nothing like a face full of grass when you're hitting the turf, too.
That's right. So, good here, up 28-0, 7 minutes to go. Owen Madsen back, another booming kick, probably going to get right inside the 10, right at.
It does hit the ground. That's a live ball. Looks like Tyson. Hit the end zone.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm going to tell you, he was about a yard off that.
He was booking.
It was booking. It was about a yard off of that because it just as he was about ready to touch it, it had crossed that goal line. I'm like, man, we're getting close. That was close.
Yeah, it was
the
a
best
good
thing is
kickoff.
I can actually watch it here again.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
With that delay, we're able to see. Yeah, it is about a yard right there. So.
But with the touchback, Hoover takes over at the 20-yard line. Be 1st and 10, 6:56 left to go till halftime.
So let's see.
15 seconds on the play clock. They better hurry up.
Yeah. On the defensive end, look, our defensive front out there, looks like we got a lot of our, the D line looks like a couple different subs. The linebacker core about where we with Will.
Quick pass, and it is jump ball. Receiver comes down with it, number 2. William Freeman. Looks like Hawthorne was right there too.
That the one who came up with it, was that number 3 or number 2?
Oh, okay, maybe it was 3. Yeah,
I want to just say for Hoover, number 3, he's a guy that's going to go up and get the ball. I think he's playing their tight end right there. Yeah, that's a tight end right there that wants a he'll go get a jump ball.
6'2", 230 pounds. That's a big guy too. Handoff up the middle, tries to make one man miss, but actually does fall, gets forward progress. They're going to give him about a yard.
So it looks like in on that tackle, what I see, 60, 62, 60.
Levi Lewis.
60, Levi Lewis. Oh, Charlie Schreck, 64.
Maybe 52, Easton Van Cleve.
We have all interior guys inside there right now. Looks like that's not Ben Hamus is inside there playing the D tackle now, and good to see Nash back on his defense out there. 2nd and
9, Miller takes the snap and is wrestled down almost immediately.
Good sack.
2-yard loss.
All right, I have a number 20 on my roster, and I don't have a number 20 on
You
here.
are right, me either.
So I don't know if we have a jersey change or what. I'm trying to figure out who number 20 actually is for us, because that was Ben Hamus and number 20 in on that sack. I know who number 20 is now. It is Dylan Terry. I can tell by the way he's playing. So that is Dylan Terry out there in number 20.
Great play by Terry. Miller out of the shotgun. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the halftime. Takes the snap.
There he is
down
again.
Immediately. Oh, and a late flag. What is that?
What is that?
He had no option. There were 3 guys there. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see here.
Another personal foul this time.
What? I'm trying to figure out where the play was.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they say he threw him down? I mean, it could be chirping on the field too. I guess you don't really know.
Unless it was a pylon, as the end of the play happened, and then the third guy that came in or something. I don't know. So
15-yard penalty still won't give them a first down. It's 4th and 7, so they do bring their punter on, number 1, Jordy Monzon Ramirez. He's also. Oh, here we got a flag again. We got movement. Yep.
Hey, we got a request for announcing a Gilbert bowling meet by Coach Emery. You know, you would like us to come and do a Gilbert bowling meet right now.
Fresh up on my bowling knowledge, but sounds like a great time. I know they got a good program.
I do know a turkey's 3 strikes.
That's right. Yeah.
So
we bowling taught me that.
All right, looks like Gilbert's coming with their. They're going to probably bring a little heat here.
Oh, it's a high snap. He has to come back and get it. It is blocked. That is a block.
Will Hawthorne on that.
And picked up, and he's still on the – oh, they're calling his knee down as soon as he picked it up at about the 24-yard line.
I would say Will was on that. Will was right in the middle of that right there. There was a couple other guys on the side.
Yeah, that was blown up by the snap. I mean, the snap kind of threw the timing off on everything on that one.
High snap, comes down with it, and all of a sudden we have our interior – looking here.
That's the second block punt this evening and third on the year. So special teams coordinator is going to get an extra Gatorade at the end of the game.
Right. So now let's see. Our offense is going to come out here.
Looks like Bell, number 15, is the running back.
And looks like
number 35 is.
That's actually Wilcox, 36, I think.
Okay.
On this back.
Yep, that would make sense.
And then Cam Stevens is your C back. Cam with the ball right now.
At the 30, he's got a lane, 10, 15. He dives at the pylon, and it is a touchdown. Great individual play there. Good blocking downfield.
Yeah, I love it. Cam was going right. I saw his. I think like you could see his eyes are going right for that pylon, and I'm gonna leap for that pylon right now. So,
yep, homecoming, leaving it all on the field.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot it is homecoming this week.
It is homecoming.
So, another one of those, big celebration things going on. We'll have all that stuff at halftime, too, with the homecoming court being out here. So,
and let's see. Cruz with the snap, Rash with the hold, and then Matson kicks the PAT through the upright. It is good. So with 4:16 left to go until halftime, that makes it 35-0.
I know. I've given Ethan Rash big on that hold because he was mad at himself. He fumbled it a little bit, but he got it down for Matson because I could see him as he's walking off. He's shaking his head, going, "I almost blew that one right there," because so. It was just his head was shaking. He goes, I almost blew that one. So.
But he stays perfect on the year with the point after attempts. And
so I think the freshmen had a big win tonight too. Good to see.
You can see it too. The pipeline is there at this point. The freshmen are having success. 8th grade teams doing a good job.
7th grade too. The numbers that we're actually having right now. I mean, in 8th grade right now, I have 35 boys out.
Oh, great!
35 out for football. And at the 7th grade level, they're in the 40s.
That's great.
So that's great. We're really working, with the numbers that we have and building with that. I mean, the freshmen this year, they're like 20-something. They're a little bit there, but they're still building. And this is I just think we're now building that next level. Keep the ones coming. So
and there's excitement in the program now. Where I was talking to the coaching staff, they said that there are actually kids that didn't play last year that are coming back out and wanting to enjoy the success. Another end-over-end kick. This time it is taken at the 15-yard line. Gets to the 20 and tackled right at about the 20-yard line.
Oh, as he's going down, he's already down. The ball kind of pops out there looking. So, Owen's been consistently kicking to about 10, 12-yard line, making them trying to decide, are they going to get to the 20 or not? If they don't field it, it'll bounce like the one did there before, so.
And at some point you get the whispers from your gunners too, right? We actually want to do something as opposed to just running to the end zone for a touchback.
We got to go down there and hey, that's a live ball out there. We have to remember on a kickoff. That's a middle school thing there, especially remembering that on a kickoff that it's a live ball. That I better make sure we're on top of that and we get to that because I always kicking off and the ball bouncing around there, and I'd say, get down there, go get it. So
Miller drops back to pass. Quick pass to number 11. Hit as soon as he catches the ball by Cam Stevens, but he does gain 2 or 3 yards.
Looks like yeah, Kyson Salmon with a nice catch for there. So trying to get a little bit of quick ball out there and everything else. So
they've had some success on first down with those outside quick passes. It's actually been their most successful play.
Yeah.
2nd and 7, ball on the 21-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go until halftime. This time Miller's out of the shotgun again. 2 running backs offset to his left and right. And drops the shotgun. Kind of still rolling around back there. Hits number 11 again on like a shot pass. This time he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, lose a couple yards.
We're going to be back. It's back to 3rd and 10 here. And right now, it's good to see the work that we're doing here. I have a feeling, coaches have. There's still going to be little things that Gilbert can say, hey, all right, it's second half. We got to keep playing our game. We can't, leave anything else out there. Don't let them in the game in any way, with those kind of things. So.
Right, this is the time where you kind of want to understand your assignments and
no,
play sound football, right?
Right, like right now I look at it. You got twins out here. What is our coverage that we're running when we have twins?
Counter to the left-hand side. Nice play there by number 1. That's Jordy again.
Yeah. That's a good hard run there for him on the inside. Now
gain 8.
Gain of 8.
And we'll see what the Huskies decide to do. 1:30 left to go in halftime. Looks like I wonder if they'll actually run a play or they'll let the play clock run down before calling a timeout.
Oh, we got a timeout early.
They're going to do it early, yep.
Okay. So now it's still a little bit of decision here as coaches. What are you thinking? I'm at this point, right? I don't want to give them. I mean, we have 1 timeout left. I'm not saying the coach is going to be that. We could just run the ball. If we got the ball back here, that's still. I mean, we're 28 yards out. It's one of those. Do you want to give them that, or do you want to kick it away and make them work even more? So if you don't happen to get this first down.
And we talked about, sound football for Gilbert, but, I mean, the last punt was blocked too, right? So you just want to make sure. Yeah.
So, and maybe he's looking at, all right, if we're going to punt this, we need to make sure, do we have a guy here? Do we have our guy here? Do we have our march where we need to be? So good to see our guys out there, It was good. Mason Ridland's back. He get back last week.
He did. He played last week. Yep.
Right. He was out and
they are bringing their quarterback on the field. You got to look for the quick kick too. In this situation, but I mean, as of right now, 4th and 2 on the 29. That their own 29. Hoover's going for it, and it is a snap.
Back screen, but good read
there.
On Cam Stevens.
Pass to number 9, Zay Taylor.
Yeah. We did a nice job on Cam on the backside, staying where he needed to. And all I watch is up front is the pressure that we're having up front. So
the minute 7 seconds left to go. Tigers take over at the 22, 23-yard line.
We're at the 35-point rule right now, so that's why the clock is still running. I could see Coach saying we're just going to run one of them here and see what happens. And I have a feeling he won't probably use his other timeout. But
Rash is under center. And he does pitch it off to Cam on the left-hand side. He cuts back inside. Cuts forward. Does fall for a 9-yard run. So 25 seconds left to go in the half. See if Coach decides to run another play or head into the locker room.
I think I'm looking at it right now. I think Coach is going to run. He's going to run to see if anything breaks, I bet you. So
play clock is running down with 10 seconds left to go.
We'll see what we get on this. Watch for a timeout here. If we
He's got him in the end zone. He's got Eldred wide open in the end zone. Touchdown.
Here's what I know Coach was thinking. if I don't get this first down right now, we're taking a timeout, and Matson's coming on the field to kick a field goal if we didn't get anything with that. So
great pass there from Rash to Ian Eldred.
Ian did a good job because he was open on the other side. He came across. He saw Connor moving to his left, and he kept moving with Connor. So good ball move here. 1 second left on the clock. Matson.
Yeah, he was rolling out to the outside, too, throwing across his body.
That was another thing. Like, for him coming across.
High snap. Does get it down.
Job
is good.
That nice is one thing to think about for Connor there. He's rolling opposite. He has to stop, coming back across the way to throw that. So
1 second left to go until halftime. Now it's 42-0 Gilbert.
Let's see if I was told that it was way back in 2015 when we took care of the taking care of business. Logan Litchfield texted me to make sure.
You're right. They need to bring that back. I think sounds like a tradition at this point.
When you have the next broadcast with Steven, you can ask him about that too.
Will do.
So,
Well, Coach, heading into the locker room here after this kickoff, if you're the Hoover coach, what are you telling your team? And if you're Coach Lunt, then what are you telling your Gilbert Tiger squad?
Well, if you're Hoover, off right away, I'm looking at, all right, what can we do to become a little bit more of a sound football team of running things cleanly and having the right personnel, having the plays, knowing what's going on. Let's take care of those things first. Gilbert, I would tell the guys when you're on the field, when your number's called, you better be putting in 100% like a Gilbert Tiger gives out there. So for some of you, it could be one series, and then we're ready for that Squibber. Is it going to stay?
Heads out of bounds.
Otherwise, like for the your subs that are on the bench ready to come in saying, hey, this is your opportunity. The guys in front of you trust you. Mm-hmm. Now go out there and play.
Right.
And I guarantee you they're still talking through them and saying, hey, we have this to do, and still remember your responsibilities that you have. So trying to figure it out.
Hoover will come out on the field with 1 second left to go before halftime. Ball at the 35-yard line because the kick out of bounds. Looks like we already got a few new numbers in there as well.
Yeah. That's going to be having to pull up just to see if I can see any scores of anybody. ADM is currently up 35-0 on Boone. Harlan and Creston are playing a hard-fought game, a 22-14 Creston up on Harlan.
Okay.
Trying to look at ones that,
Looks like Hoover's going to take a knee, and there's
what is
delay a game.
Indianola Ballard is a 17-14 game. Indianola winning that one right now.
Okay.
Lewis Central 28-7 on Glenwood. Bondurant's up 28-7 on Newton. So that would be our district foes right there.
Yep, those are our last two games.
North Polk's up 16-0 on North.
What about Carlisle and Pella? Play Carlisle next week.
Nevada's 21-7. I'm trying to think about if I have any of these other scores on here. They might be. I might have to go to my other source to see if I found another place to find some scores here. So.
We'll give you an update after the break, but with heading into halftime, Gilbert has taken advantage of great field position and kind of dominated that first half, up 42-0. As we head into halftime, we'll have
this will be an extended halftime of 20 minutes, being the homecoming facility. Everything festivities going on with our band and with our court and everything else, and you'll probably hear Jen Schnormeyer on the mic here as they start going through the court then too. So.
Yeah, the homecoming court this year, just quickly before we let you listen to the live broadcast, Joey Currens, Katie O'Brien, Dennis May, Rebecca Schrader, Truman Krukenberg, Lulu Smith, Isaac Weary, Quinn Dykey, Jonathan Stoker, Chloe Burns Schweingruber. So congratulations to each of those individuals and best of luck. And we'll come back after halftime and celebrate along with them.
Please welcome to the field 2023 Gilbert High School Tiger Football Varsity Marching Band. This year's district band numbers 133 members, including 40 seniors and 4 members of this year's homecoming chorus. The band opens tonight's halftime performance by taking you back to a 50s drive-in movie.
Before we introduce the 2023 Homecoming Chorus, the Student Council would like to thank the following businesses for their contributions to this week's festivities: Milroy's Tuxedos, Everett's Flowers, and Deary Brothers. We've had a great week of intramurals, awarded a Powder Cup, then we have awarded a Powder Cup champion last Monday. Enjoyed pep assemblies and half dress-up days. Thank you to all of our students and leadership roles, both named and unnamed, for making this week a success. Now, let's drive on in to our coronation ceremony. First, for our 5 Queen candidates: Chloe Joy Burns Schweingruber. Chloe is being escorted by her parents, Nancy Burns and David Schweingruber. Chloe has one older sister, Lydia, a student at UNI. During high school, Chloe has been in many activities, including her favorite, theater. She says it is her favorite because she has met some of her closest friends there. Chloe has been named All-State in Speech, is a member of Tiger Voices and Jazz One, and runs varsity track. Chloe's favorite high school memory is placing 3rd at State Jazz Band during her junior year. Chloe most admires her sister because Lydia is the coolest and most confident person Chloe knows. and Lydia is always there for Chloe. After high school, Chloe plans to attend a four-year university to major in music composition. Chloe Burns-Schweingruber. Quinn Riley Dykey. Quinn is the daughter of Chad and Hillary Dykey. Quinn has one sibling, her incredibly handsome brother Chase, a Gilbert freshman. Quinn's favorite high school activity has been soccer because of the fun atmosphere and the connection she has made. Hashtag #WeBeforeMe. Quinn was named Academic All-Conference for soccer. Her favorite high school memories are state soccer and any clash she has had with Josie Dukes and Adeline Gout. When asked about someone she admires, Quinn said her mom, because of the support and love she shows Quinn. Quinn states, "There's no other mom like mine. She's one of a kind. She pushes me to be my best while being humorous and easygoing. And Quinn wouldn't be where she is today without her." Quinn's future plans are to attend Iowa State University or the University of Iowa to major in business management. And then she's gonna make serious bank. Quinn Dykey. Catherine Joan Wella O'Brien. Katie is being escorted by her parents Donnie and Stacy O'Brien. Katie has two siblings, her wonderful brother Owen, a student at Iowa State, and her best friend and twin, Ellie, a Gilbert senior. Of the many activities Katie has been a part of, she says soccer is her favorite because it is fun and she gets to spend time with her amazing friends and coaches. Katie has been named Academic All-Conference and All-Conference for soccer. Katie listed two favorite memories, the 2023 soccer season, including making it to the state championship, and her anatomy class with Mr. Charleston during her junior year. Katie most admires her grandparents because of their hard work, kindness, and generosity. Next year, Katie plans to attend either Montana State or Iowa State to major in business or social work. Katie O'Brien. Rebecca Rose Schrader. Rebecca is the daughter of David and Kimberly Schrader. Rebecca has three siblings, Zach, a freshman, Abby, a 7th grader, and Victoria, a 3rd grader. Rebecca's favorite high school activity has been track because she loves hanging out with the mid-distance crew every day at practice. During high school, Rebecca has competed at state track, been named to National Honor Society, made Tiger Voices, and is an officer in FCCLA. Her favorite high school memory is cross-country camp during her sophomore year. Rebecca most admires her grandparents, Barb and Gary, because they always find time to support Rebecca and her siblings and everything. And they have an amazing sense of humor and never fail to make Rebecca laugh. After Gilbert graduation, Rebecca plans to attend a four-year university like Creighton or the University of Iowa. Rebecca Schrader. Lulu Grace Smith. Lulu is walking with her parents, Rick and Holly Smith. Lulu has two siblings, Zachary, a student at Vanderbilt University, and Gemma, an 8th grader at Gilbert. During high school, Lulu has most enjoyed being part of the football and competition cheer squads because of the people and the memories. Lulu has been named to National Honor Society and Academic All-Conference. When asked what her favorite memory of high school was, Lulu said going to cheer nationals in Dallas, Texas during her junior year. Lulu most admires her mom because she is hardworking and selfless. Next year, Lulu plans to be attending a 4-year college and majoring in design. Lulu Smith. Now on to our King candidates. Joseph Emmett Currens. Joey is the son of Chris and Heather Currens. Joey has two siblings, Jack, who lives in Oklahoma City, and Katie, a junior at the University of Iowa. Joey's favorite high school activity has been golf because Mrs. Lester has the best snacks and the players get to miss a lot of school. Joey has been named to the All-State Golf team 3 times, has been All-Conference 3 times, and is a 2-time All-Tournament winner. He was selected to the Story County Youth Board and is a school badminton champion. Joey's favorite high school memory is messing around in the hotel way past when Mrs. Lester told them to go to bed at Districts at Decorah his sophomore year. Joey most admires his mom because she is always smiling, will help anyone with anything, and is kind to everyone she talks to. Joey's future plans are to play golf somewhere warm. Joey Currens. Truman James Kuchenberg. Truman is the son of Chad and Kristen Kuchenberg. He has one sister, Lila, a Gilbert sophomore. Truman's favorite high school activity is basketball because of the countless memories made and the fun times with friends. Truman has been named Academic All-Conference for soccer and basketball and First Team All-Conference in soccer. He was also named First Team Academic All-State for soccer. Truman's favorite high school memory is winning a state championship in soccer last spring. Truman most admires his grandparents because of how much they do for others and how they always put others first. Next fall, Truman plans to attend a 4-year university to major in accounting. Truman Kuchenberg. Dennis Mark May. Dennis is walking tonight with his parents, David and Ann May. During high school, Dennis has most enjoyed debating because he feels there is no form of mental challenge more rigorous. Dennis has been named Academic All-Conference in wrestling, received a Coach's Award in wrestling, made the President's List at DMAC, was awarded Academic Achievement for the last 2 years, and received the Certificate of Excellence in Science Olympiad. When asked about his favorite high school memory, Dennis chose the first moving forward event. Dennis most admires Ben Melody for his continuous love, patience, and understanding. Dennis's future aspirations are to pursue political office. Dennis May. Jonathan David Stoker. Jonathan is walking with his parents, James and Lee Stoker. Jonathan's favorite high school activity is jazz band because of the groovy music and fun people. Jonathan won the Terrace Hill and Victor Boise piano competition. Jonathan named chillaxing in the band room before school and getting shirts as his favorite high school memory. When asked the person he most admires, Jonathan said it is his dad because of his work ethic and that his dad always puts up with Jonathan's messy room. A goal Jonathan has for the future is to become a concert pianist. Jonathan Stoker. Isaac James Weary. Isaac is walking tonight with parents Troy and Lisa Weary. Isaac has 3 siblings, Carter, Evan, and Alexandria. Isaac has most enjoyed soccer during high school because it has shaped him to be a better man and athlete. Isaac's favorite high school memory is winning the state soccer championship and seeing the joy on his teammates' faces. Isaac most admires his dad because he has taught Isaac everything he knows, and Isaac would not be who he is today without his dad. After graduation, Isaac plans to attend college and major in ag business. Isaac Weary. Here to crown our king and queen, our 2022 royalty, Maria Saltzman and Ben Melody, both Iowa State students. We'll start with our 2023 homecoming king. The students have spoken, and the winner is Jonathan Stoker. And our photographers get in place. The 2023 homecoming queen is Chloe Burns. Ladies and gentlemen, at Gilbert High School, we are blessed with many, many amazing students and leaders. The 10 students standing in front of you as part of our homecoming court are the best of the best. Congratulations to all of you, especially Chloe and Jonathan.
On your feet for the Gilbert High School fight song.
So official.
It is so official. Well, congratulations to everybody on the homecoming court, and special congratulations to Jonathan Stoker and Chloe Burns Schweingruber as the homecoming king and queen this year. Joining me up in the booth real quick is our new varsity girls volleyball coach, Mackenzie Bloom. How are you doing, Mackenzie?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a great night for a football game.
It's a very good night, and you're having a good season so far.
Well, thank you.
Yeah? How's the troop doing?
Oh, we are fighting. We had a really great start to the beginning of our season, and we've played some really, really tough competition throughout the season, and with a couple injuries, been reworking our lineup some, and we're really excited to take on these last 3 weeks of regular season.
And a big victory the other night against Winterset.
Oh yeah, that was a great win to have. There's a great crowd there to help support the girls, and so definitely a fun win and a good conference win as well.
And we know how difficult the Raccoon River Conference is, and just looking at the statistics, Gilbert's in the top 5 in several categories: assist, kills, digs, served aces, served success, and top of the conference in serving efficiency. I guess, what can you tell me about your team this year that's allowed them to be so successful?
One thing that we've really been focusing on this year is just being that good teammate, and what is that next good teammate move that you can make, and sometimes it's getting in that extra rep, or just being that support for your teammate, and so that's been big for us this year, but also just finding or striving for perfection in the details.
Sometimes being a first-year head coach, it's important to get buy-in from your players, and it seems like you have that.
I'm trying. Just trying to really we've had a great Gilbert volleyball program over the years, and Stacey Johnson did a great job leading the program while she was here, and it was great to coach with her and learn from her. And so having this opportunity to kind of build the culture from where it is and continue that growth is really what we're striving for.
Most certainly. And you finished the year with 3 of the last 4 individual matches at home, Bondurant, Farrar, Newton, and Carlisle. You have several seniors who play a big role for this team. I guess, what can you say about your senior class, and are there any that you kind of want to give special recognition to, the dedication that they've had this year?
This senior class has been great, and it's been an honor to coach them over the years, and they have stepped up in so many ways this season and have done a great job leading on the court and off the court, no matter what their role is. And we've got a big group of seniors again this year, with like 8 or 9 seniors, and I know they're really excited for this kind of last stretch of our season to be at home, and really excited to have a crowd there, and they really feed off of the energy that the crowd brings, and just really would love to have people come. And we've got youth night with the Bondurant Farrar game on Tuesday, and so really hoping for a big crowd that night, because that'll be a big game for us.
Oh, most certainly. You mentioned, the youth, the numbers even at the lower levels are pretty strong. So I mean, it's certainly there's some anticipation and some excitement within the program. Not only JV freshmen, but 7th and 8th grade, and even in the youth programs as well.
Oh yeah, it's volleyball is such a fast-growing sport in Iowa and across the country, and we're definitely seeing that reflected in our numbers in our program as well.
Yeah, I mean, and as you mentioned, it really starts, this week with Bondurant Farrar, and you mentioned youth night, so it'd be nice to get a good crowd there, and it certainly brings some excitement, and I know that your team would greatly appreciate it. Congratulations on all your success, Mackenzie.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
And no problem. Yards and a touchdown. Cam Stevens, 3 rushes, 36 yards and a touchdown, and Connor Rash with 2 rushes, 16 yards and a touchdown. Rash was also 3 for 3 with 71 yards passing and a touchdown there right before the end of the half. Joel, what do you think here? Certainly you couldn't have asked for a better first half for the Tigers.
Right. I mean, this is actually getting off the ball and doing what they need to do, and it was great for them to come out right away doing what they needed to do. So I'm glad to see that. Gosh.
Hoover catches the ball, the kickoff, and takes it to about the 10-yard line. Just no room to run. Tried to set up a return on the left side, but I don't know if he had any blockers over there helping him out.
I'm liking to see how Owens, he's been consistently right about that 10-yard line. He's just daring them to try to get that return, and we were right there, and we're coverage as well. So, all right, what is...
Man. Looks like so far this first series, the normal cast of characters out there. You've got Ritlin, you got Nace,
Yeah, actually, I think we're starting to sub a few
Yep,
here.
there's 35 came into the ball game.
That's Connor Castro.
Nash coming off the field.
Yeah. I was going to say, we got number 8 out here. That's Nolan Zaire.
Miller with a quick pass to the left-hand side. Forward progress would be a gain of 3, a 2nd and 7.
I would say right now, I think there's a few guys that are familiar faces and a few guys that they're adding into the mix of things. So looks like Nathan Tiff out there, out on the defensive line with Levi Lewis and Dylan Terry, and I'm seeing Ritland playing there. Connor Castro playing on the outside backer out here. Number 8, Nolan Zier playing the corner, going to the other side right now.
Yeah, looks like it's a draw up the middle. Yeah, forward progress. They are going to give him about a yard. Yep, 3rd and 6.
So number 15 out there is Blake Bell playing back in the back corner safety. Actually, looks like Blake Bell playing the safety with Ritland. The one number I quite can't see on the very far end is the very far defensive end, because I think Bowen Cruz is still playing your Mike right now in the middle linebacker in there. So
yeah, with 8 seconds left to go on the play clock, I think Hoover had to burn their first time out there.
All right, maybe now when some of these guys come over, I'll see a 54. That would be Noah Dom playing the little defensive line there for you. So
there are some rules that we probably should let you know about with the 35-point rule. Like anytime during the game the score has a differential of 35 points or more, beginning with the ensuing kickoff, the following changes, and only these will be made regarding rule determination with the clock and will not be stopped. Any timeout charged to a team or restart with an ensuing snap. After a score, restart the clock will be with the ensuing kickoff. So basically it's a running clock at this point. Intermission between 3rd and 4th quarter, the clock will obviously stop, but it's essentially a running clock from here on out.
And the one place it will, if it gets under 35, they'll stop. Yes,
right.
But it's good right now. Getting some of these guys in some different positions, being able to get them out on the field, and seeing what we have for future guys and next level.
Miller with the pitch to the left-hand side. He is thrown out of bounds after a loss of 2. Good play there by the right corner.
I'm trying.
Number 8 is there.
Good to see Nolan out there. Nice, coming up on that corner position, putting a 4th down for Hoover here.
I wonder what the quarterback saw, because he audibled on that play.
Yeah.
Decided to go with the pitch to the outside, but it'll bring up 4th and 6. Again, continuous running clock, 9 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Now, Gilbert looks like they pretty much left the guys in, but brought Cam in for your returners. So, a lot of that's how I play it too. You play with your defenders out there, but just make sure you have your returners. So
Cam calls for a fair catch at the 42-yard line.
Good to see that from Cam. I wasn't sure if you should have done that one earlier that way. He had 3 guys closing down on him, and I'm like, are you going to get that hand up? That would be a good stop there. So
it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers, ball at their own 42-yard line. Again, up 42-0 with 8:39 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And looks like we have number 9, Rash, coming in to Ethan Rash under center at quarterback.
And I look like we have a whole bunch of new linemen also in there too. So as I could see here coming, and we'll see.
Rash hands it off to Bell off the left-hand side. Gets to about the 30-yard line.
Hey.
Nice play, running play of 12, 13 yards.
Yep.
So a quick hitter.
Looking out there, I see 75 Ben Hamus out there. Number 6, Paul Marpy playing. Number 16 just came in, Aiden Rash. 55, Zach No playing. Looked like he playing our left tackle over here.
Ethan with the handoff to his brother up the left-hand side, and he keeps his feet going. He's still running hard. Another gain of 15 yards.
Blake Bell right now is running hard with that ball. And it's good to see these other guys. Number 17 now coming out there. That's Miles Peterson. And number 41, Holden Boschart. So
a lot of sophomores getting some good playing time here.
What I like seeing and hearing is, being that track coach, I'm hearing a lot of names that some of these freshmen that actually started doing a little bit last year as a freshman for the track team, and now seeing them stepping out and helping on the football team too. So.
Hand off to number 41 there. That's Holden.
Yep. Better make
no
sure
gain, 2nd and 10.
Looks like Kyle Gruters, I got to remember that, is playing our center. Should I hit every other lineman that are out there too. Noah Dom playing that right guard. Nice job here.
Hand off to the number 31. 36, sorry. That's Ethan Wilcox. For those wondering at home, number 9, Ethan Rash, and his twin brother, Aiden, number 16, and they are cousins of Connor, number 1. So
we have the Rash here, I have to get that. I had to remember that my first time thinking through it. I always ask, now, all right, brothers, cousins, what are we looking at here? I knew the twins, and then, from that with Connor, So good drive here for the Gilbert Tigers right away.
And the pitch to Holden on the left-hand side. Stiffs arms a defender and falls forward. He gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, but that was a good play because he was going to stop there for about 3-yard loss.
All right, let's see what coach is thinking right now. We're at 4th down here. 4th and 5. I think we're going to probably just keep going here with this group right now. And it's good. This will be, let's see how we can go and get this 5 yards right here. Ethan Rash is doing a really great job as the quarterback, taking control out there and leading these guys here for this drive.
He played well last year on the freshman team too. Oh, lineman steps on his feet, I think.
Yeah, I think we had a.
Oh, wow. Well, making sure he was down, but unfortunately that's a turnover on downs, loss of 5 or 6 on the play. Yeah, I couldn't tell if a lineman stepped on him or he just tripped coming out of his back pedal.
Okay, I couldn't tell on that. Yeah, like you said, that's what. Hopefully, the next play coming back on our replay here. Looking at, I don't know if as he was backing up or like as he was coming out, taking that snap, he got his center or the next guy over, take that half a step back. So
Hoover does take over, 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock again. Oh, it looks like the referee is asking for him to restart the play clock, and they did.
Now we look like I heard more whistles, so
I did.
Sure, so.
I got some confusion down on the field.
I think we had an equipment for one of our guys over here, tying a shoe, or looks like for number 15 for Blake Bell. Hoover in a 22 set here.
Miller gets the snap. Quick pass to the left-hand side, to the right-hand side. That's to number 2. That's to William Freeman.
Good stop by Ethan Wilcox on that. He was coming with the tackle, and he came with the arm over the top trying to knock that ball out, too. So
gain of 3. Yeah, that seemed to have been their best offensive weapon, is that quick pass to the outside.
Right. And I think probably looking at that, they want to, let's make it a quick hit. Let's see if we can get that. Maybe they can break one tackle, break another tackle, and be able to build and get to that next level. So,
and sometimes you got to use the pass play to open up the running game, too.
Exactly. Good to see some different guys out here learning about our defensive set.
Miller with a quick pass to the left-hand side. This time it's intercepted, I believe. He had his hands on it. It is intercepted.
Is that Ethan Wilcox?
Great play there by Ethan.
Nice job by Ethan coming up that I thought at first he was going to tip it, and then he had it. He was coming down, and he secured the catch. So it's one of those that, hey, got the ball back here. Now let's see what the offense can come and do.
Yeah, he used all his 5'11" frame and got a few inches off the ground to come down with that one. So with the turnover, it's 1st and 10 Tigers now on their own 23-yard line. Again, the clock, it does continue to run, 4 minutes and about 41 seconds. We got...
yeah, so we look like about the same, a lot of the game group. Looked like Blake Bell running a little quarterback here.
It does. Handoff up the right-hand side. You're right, that was Blake Bell under center.
Oh, we got a few more linemen coming in. 63, 65, 67, and 78.
Okay. Well, 78 is Mason Griffin.
I don't know if that was Mason. Maybe I'll look at that number again. I doubt they put Mason back out there. Maybe they would.
But Blake Bell does appear to be the quarterback.
Yeah. Nice job by Blake coming.
And the
nice pitch. Ethan
working. Next to plate.
Oh,
it's the 5. The pylon touchdown.
Hey, you get an interception. Now you get a touchdown.
Oh, Wilcox is having a heck of a quarter. Great play. And that offensive line had great protection up front, too. He had a lot of room to run once he got to the outside.
I want to have to say, we brought that next group in there, 58. That's John Hales getting out there. A couple of 63, Evan Goats. Maybe, was there a 65? That would be Jackson Lewis out there, too, that all came out there. So.
And you love to see the starters and the captains out there giving those guys high fives and slapping their helmet as they're coming off the field, too. They're celebrating their success.
Say, hey, we're celebrating this. And I guarantee you one of the biggest things as a defensive player they're saying is that 0 is going to stay a 0 up there, and that's what they want. Every time you keep that a 0, we're going to give you more celebration with that, too. So
it's a source of pride at this point.
That is one of the things that, I coached for many years. Whenever that next level, they're always excited for things, but they always say, "Hey, let's keep that. Let's keep building from those." So,
well, with that touchdown, that makes it 49-0 Gilbert, and minute 53 left to go in the third quarter. Like we mentioned, running clock, but it does stop with the touchdown.
So.
A couple score updates that we had from the third quarter. Carlisle, who Gilbert will play next week, is playing at Pella. They were losing 7-17. Other notable Raccoon River opponents playing this evening is 3-1 Bondurant Farrar was playing at Newton, and they were ahead 28-7. And of course, Gilbert plays all 4 of those teams to close the season.
Yeah.
So
that's where we're hitting those are the ones we're hitting our district play. This is now, we're hitting district. So these are the games that count. This is where, you look at your playoffs coming up and everything else, and this is the ones that they'll look at these games first. And that's where they always say, hey, those beginning games, you want to do well, you want to keep building, but then you got to figure out how we're going to finish off here.
Squib kick up the middle, number 17. Let's see, that's Kean Parkey.
Nice stop. Nice stop by number 8 there. Nolan Zaire.
With the return. Gets to the 33-yard line. Clock does continue to run. 1:33 left to go in the third quarter.
Well, looks like I got a number 46 out there. That's Jet Berger. That's a new one out on there. And it looks like I got a number 30, Nick Rasmussen. Playing.
79, Nathan Tift.
Yep.
Is that
46, that's Jet, like I said. Checking numbers here.
15 seconds left to go on the play clock. Just about a minute left to go in the third quarter. Miller out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Does a pump fake. Throws a jump ball to the outside. Great catch by the receiver to catch it at the highest point there.
Yeah, that's at their number 10, Justice Parkey. I think that's their one receiver that they really, he can go up there and get that. So,
yeah, he did a great job just kind of catching it at the highest point. Actually, just caught it kind of right where our defender's helmet was too. I mean,
he went to the high point.
Jumped over it.
He went to the high point. He got the high point.
High point, and then caught it on the way back down.
High point, and then I'm going to rest on your helmet and make that catch. So,
ball now on the 47-yard line. Miller takes the snap and almost intercepted there. There's a flag.
I have a feeling we're going to get a little bit of earliness on our defense.
Mason Ritland,
Yep.
number 25, or number 25,
Yep.
about with the interception. Would have been a pick six, but the flag here, we'll see what this is.
A pass interference call on the
Nope.
defense is what the call was.
Okay.
We had a little bit of a getting there early on to the defense. So that gives them that first down. Move the ball down here to the 32-yard line.
And as the ref starts the play clock here, we got 8 seconds left to go. This will be the end of the third quarter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
So, yeah. So
We'll switch fields and do it again.
one thing I liked about that quarter was, like we said, I didn't know where Coach was going to go, and I probably would have done the same thing, bringing the next ones in and saying, hey, those starters, you had a half, you had the work, you put points up on the board, we put the yardage that we needed, and we work on those. Now let's get our next guys going, because down the road here we still have a road ahead of us that we need every guy to be on that same page, every guy to be ready to contribute too.
Well, and it helps build depth, right?
Yes.
And these reps are very important, not only for the rest of this season, but again for next season. But it keeps the kids engaged too, right? I mean,
I love seeing that. So now the sideline, hey, this wave of guys got in. Now it's the next group of players getting in. So and working and being excited for each other, and that's what I love seeing. Like you said on the sideline, hey, this guy's excited. He just made a touchdown. This guy made that sack right there, that stop. So
let's see another couple people in there. Noah Dahm, I see.
Okay.
69.
Oh, that's Tate Larson, number 81.
Oh, there it was.
Yeah,
I was trying to read it.
Yeah. So Tate Larson out here playing a little bit of a corner for us. Good direction for some of the leaders out on the field, helping the younger ones out.
And quick pass. Ooh, right behind number 3.
Yeah, can't
That's
quite
Tayshawn
tell.
again.
Couldn't quite tell there if our up front there we had hands up trying for that, but he tried to fit that pass in. So
It was like an old Tim Tebow jump pass. It was a weird.
So
Incompletion will bring up 2nd and 10, and the ball is on the 32-yard line. Clock continues to run. 11:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Gilbert up 49-0 in a dominant fashion. Got most of their second, third team on the field.
always good to see new faces, new guys. Now we're ready. Going deep. This is good. Let's go see there.
Looks like a nice interception there. Great turn to find the ball by the defense by turning his hips.
That nice job by Nolan. Nolan's there with the interception right there.
Great.
There. So
he did a great job of staying with the receiver and finding the ball, turning his head to find the ball, and sometimes good things happen when.
That's a good one of those. If you talk about, I turned when the receiver turned, and he did that right there. His eyes weren't in the backfield watching the quarterback, watching any of those things. He watched as soon as that receiver, he made the turn back for the ball. He decided to go back and went and got it. So it's good to see. It's good, good work there for that. Good for Nolan.
And it's fun to see the coaches are still coaching up this team, right? I mean, they're still energized in the huddle, making sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Pitch to the right-hand side. Oh. Nice move. Gets to the 20, 25, 30. There is a flag down as he gets to the 40-yard line.
Good to see another one of our sophomores right there, Paul Marpy.
Paul Marpy, yep.
He's one of them. I look back. I know him from track. He was one of my sprinters, and so I know him. And that's that sophomore class. Him, Fierce, Ian Eldred, and things like that. So
yeah, you could tell when he gets to the outside, he's got a burst of speed. Unfortunately, the holding penalty will push them back and negate a number of that. But it's a spot foul, so it'll really bring up first and 10, first and 9.
It's probably going to be first and 9, right? 9.5, 10. We'll call it 10. Yep. So here is one of those that.
And I think Rash is back under center.
Yep.
Quick pass to the outside. It is dropped. That's a live ball because it was thrown behind. Yep. Good job by the receiver covering it up.
Had one of those in my game yesterday. We threw it behind and we didn't quite get on it. Learning as an 8th grader,
Yep.
you know, 8th grade learning curve that happens on one of those things. So it's one of those I have to point out and talk about a little bit more about.
Yeah, that's something you've probably never seen at that age before too, because
we had our quarterback. It was just enough that it was a backwards pass, and we haven't really talked about that a lot. So.
Pitch to the right-hand side. There's another flag. You know, I thought they jumped, but flag came in late. It looks like a block in the back.
Yeah.
That's going to push Gilbert closer to the
They're going to probably
line.
be about, what are they on? They're on this, we're going to be probably at the 3.5, 4 yard line. Are they going to decline it?
They did decline it, yep.
Declined it. I want to take that one down away and try to get the ball back.
Right, with a continuous clock, try and get it back as quickly as you can. Number 17 and 16, I believe, come on the game. So that's Miles and Aiden Rash. Miles Peterson and Aiden Rash, receivers.
So a score I have here for Bondurant Newton is Bondurant 35, Newton 21.
Wow, okay.
In the fourth quarter.
Handoff up the middle. Nice little positive play there. Gets about five more yards. Bell with the carry.
Trying to check our other district team. Don't see anything. I'm going to check on another update on Carlisle. So
Gabe Fierce coming in to punt for the first time tonight. Gabe's having a good season, averaging about 31 yards per punt this year. Another one of those sophomores playing some good minutes this season.
I'm going to ask you something. Have we seen Gabe at all?
You know, this is the first time I've actually seen him.
Okay. That's what I wondered.
Gets the punt off, called for a fair catch at the 40-yard line.
We were looking through guys, and he was the one guy I was thinking about. I haven't seen him.
No,
so,
and he plays offense and defense, too.
Yeah, and that's work. So that would be one of those, looking at.
Number 50, Noah Berger checking into the game.
So let's look if I have an update with Carlisle. Pella Carlisle, 24-14 in the third quarter. Pella is winning.
Okay.
So that's on my app that I found.
Another jump pass. Tayshawn just about came down with that one off his fingertips.
That's that number 3. They have a couple. They're tight end, the receiver. Putting some things, trying to find that right playmaker for them. So, every team's got to find who is our playmaker, who's going to help us do those things. So, we keep building with that, and Hoover might be able to find a couple of those playmakers for them there.
You can see the talent is there in some positions. Yeah. Second 10, ball on the 39, 6 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the game. Miller gets a high snap. Scrambles to the there's a late flag. Does find some running room.
That flag is going to be for a hold back here, as one of our defensive linemen was pretty much just tackled to the ground. So,
yeah, it looked like number 55 for them, kind of.
Yeah. You talk about that. With numbers and things. I was at the Boone game, and all of a sudden the officials had a microphone and they were calling the penalties and calling numbers, and I was like, man, I didn't realize that. Forgot in high school they can do that and stuff.
It's based on the crew, right?
Yeah, the crew, if they have the microphones or not. And it was I was standing actually. Jared Chiswick from the Union. He was actually there, and I was talking to him about it and stuff. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's there, but it's officials. If they have the mic and they want to use them, they can do that. But they don't. Not a lot of crews.
Yeah,
actually
you don't
have
see it very
mics
often
out at there, or schools that have them and stuff like that. So a lot of times it goes down to with the school if they have the mics or not. So
second 20, Miller back to pass. Does find number 10. Yeah. He's still on his feet, kind of swimming around. Gain of 13 yards.
you know, our coverage was there. Tate Larson did a really good job coming up on that, you know, trying to get the tackle. Then on top, he was trying to come through, and he's right there. So
I wonder if they noticed some. I mean, the middle of the field's been open for him this drive.
It's like Blake Bell just came off. I think we had another sub come in for Blake Bell. Now kind of bringing another safety out there. At times I'm trying to look over there at numbers at times.
Now 3rd and 7, ball at the 36-yard line.
Okay.
Miller's out of the shotgun at the 40. Another high snap, rolls out to his right. Throws back, it is behind him. Number 9 does catch it. And it makes a man miss. Still, oh my goodness.
Now.
All right, Coach, find me that number.
I know, was that
35?
Was that 50 or was that 35?
35, Castro.
Yeah.
Man, he had enough of that.
I couldn't tell if it was him or Noah Berger or who. I wanted to tell, So.
Looks like we got an injured player.
It looks like
the receiver that just caught the ball, too.
Yeah.
Is that number 9, Zay Taylor?
Yeah, I think they might want to just sit him down.
Yeah, he's wobbling a little bit, unfortunately. Hopefully he feels better. He did a good job of catching that ball because it looked like it was thrown behind the receiver.
Well, there is a familiar
Backwards
face
pass.
on that sideline over. One of our former trainers, Brian Sanders, is their trainer now over there. So
okay.
I don't know if you know Brian or not, but
I don't.
It's been a years. He was before our Parker, and then Mason, and then Brian was before him.
Okay.
So
he's well taken care of. 4th and 13, they do go for another jump pass, and it is swatted down. Nice defensive play there.
Nice job by Tate Larson coming on that. That was good to see. Another sophomore coming up there, make the play, turn it over on downs.
Yeah,
nice
great job judging the ball and just slapping it down right before.
Now it's going to be one of these that, as a coaching staff, you're at this point now. All right, do we have everybody in that we need to have in? Do we have our linemen? Do we have our set? Do we have the people we need? So
and you may know this. How many players can you dress for a home game? Because I'm assuming that switches from away to a home.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
There's no number limit on
okay.
that. You know, a lot of schools will dress everybody. You know, some will dress. I mean, most of the time for us, it's usually sophomores on up. You know, at times we've had some freshmen that have dressed varsity.
Nice pitch to the outside, gets to the 50. He's still going at the
nice
40,
job.
35.
Good job by Paul Marpy.
Paul Marpy with another great run.
But no, there's no roster limit as they look at in high school like this because, I mean, I was from a really small school. We dressed you dressed everybody, but you know, and things like that. Here, you know, there's been times we've had some freshmen that have dressed depending on needs and their ability and stuff like that.
Sure.
A lot of that comes depending on with having the freshman game. Oh,
handoff up the middle. Looks like the ball's hit the ground.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a.
And it does look like we got a timeout.
Yeah.
We got an injury on the ground. And that's one thing you don't want in this game, right? You get out of the game as injury-free as you can, move on to the next week.
Looks like we got looks like it's Holden, I think, number 41.
Yep, it does look like that.
I think on that right there, it was kind of in the mesh point where the ball came out. The quarterback was giving into his back, and I don't know if he was trying to pull as the running back was going, and then the ball kind of got popped out at that mesh point right there.
So it was like a read option where the quarterback had the decision.
Yeah, I think it was in our option play looking at, are we going to read it, give it to our B back, or is he going to pull it, coming around? So
Holden to his feet, walking back to the sideline, gets a great reception from this crowd. You know, as Coach mentioned, next week Gilbert has Carlisle. Carlisle is behind Pella tonight, and that's who will be coming to Tiger Stadium next week.
You know, and Carlisle's at one of those teams that, they're coming from – they were in the Dome last year, up there playing in the Dome, in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And they have had such they have very consistently, very good athletes. I'm used to seeing Carlisle across the board in our conference, everywhere, the athletes that are out there. So
Miller with another high snap. Looks downfield, rolls out to his right. Doesn't see
get
anybody open and does scramble out of bounds after a gain of 3. Again, with the running clock, does not stop the clock, but good play there by the quarterback.
It's one of those that, working hard, I got to get out of bounds. Oh, but it doesn't quite, go to our advantage like you need to. But it's good here. 2.5 minutes to go. Good to see here, working hard.
Well, it'll be on the coaching staff once again to, your players and everybody's going to see, Carlisle coming in with a 1-4 record, just not getting too high, not getting too low, and keeping the consistency and the drive and the motivation that, this is a long-term play, right? We can't overlook anybody. We got to stay focused.
And that's the only thing, with where our schedule is and how we build on it. Good pass out here.
Nice play by number 10 to come back and get the ball. That's Parkey again. That'll move the sticks. The 1:50 left to go in the fourth quarter.
So we're talking about Carlisle, coming in next week. So they started out the season, they lost to Norwalk. Powerhouse there again.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lost to North Polk. Then they lost to Winterset. But then, last week they come in, they beat Indianola. Indianola is another one of those that has been up there. So it's been one of those years, and now they're battling with Pella. Kind of battling in this game right now with Pella.
Yeah, and they came back, too, because they were down big, too. I mean, that's got to be offensive.
I think we intercepted that. I didn't realize that we had.
I was watching the flags.
So did I. We're all in it. And we got flags back here. The ball's been intercepted. Was that number?
Yeah, it looked like it was Parkey was coming back for it, but
yeah. I'm still trying to figure out. Did they make a call? They called it on us.
Yeah, it was the way he threw our defender down. It could have gone offensive pass interference as well.
And the way that ball was thrown, they both were kind of just coming right at each other. So that's why I wasn't sure. So it looks like number who's 67. Oh, that's Aiden Folkert's coming out there playing a little D tackle.
All right.
So
under a minute left to go in the ball game. Again, Gilbert up 49-0. Continuous clock. 1st and 10, ball on the 43. Miller with the snap. He likes to roll out to the right-hand side. Looks for a throwback.
63. Ooh.
Oh, looks like they had him in the backfield for a sack, and they still do kind of gang tackle him back
now
there.
We have about 4 guys.
Yep.
So, I think Evan was right there, going number 63, working hard on that. Now 30 seconds as the clock still rolls here.
If that's the last play of the ball game, that's kind of the synopsis of how this game went.
Yeah. And
just about 20 seconds left. And
I have a feeling when I look right now, they're getting ready to say, hey, we're coming to the sidelines.
Yep, so. They're walking off the field. So Gilbert will move to 5-0 for the first time in school history.
Yep.
Getting a nice homecoming win. Players and coaches and parents and everybody's going to celebrate this one.
Hey, good homecoming victory. Good homecoming, time here. Tomorrow is their homecoming dance.
Yep.
So they'll have at least they'll be happy about this win and everything else. So
yeah, hey, you know what they did? They took care of business.
Yeah, that's right. They did take care of business.
That's where we have to cue the PA guy.
We have to take care of business. Yeah, that's good on that. So
like I said, Gilbert moves to 5-0 for the first time ever. We'll take on Carlisle right here in Tiger Stadium a week from now. Coach, it was a pleasure. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you for letting me be on.
And no problem. Did a great job.
I'm always ready to fill in if you need. So
you did a great job. So Gilbert again moves to 5-0 with a 49-0 victory over Hoover, and we'll see you in a week. Take care, everybody.